This is a draft of a piston-powered portcullis. Try saying that 3 times fast. It works. Gate goes up and gate comes down. I just can't be asked to make it look pretty at this point. If I cared to, I would probably build it into a proper wall and put little crenellations and that kind of bullshit, but whatever. If I do that, then you're not going to see how it works anyway. So I've left it mostly open, and let me show you how it works. You flip lever, gate comes down, nothing too fancy there. Flip lever again, gate goes up. Now, obviously this is cheating a little bit because I'm using gravel to push the gate back up, but it's the only way I could figure out of keeping the engineering of this thing out of sight and out of the way, because otherwise you would need pistons pushing up through this gap here and you would have no way of actually getting power to them. So the gravel seemed like a reasonable compromise because it gets itself out of the way when you're done, and then you just hit it again and the thing shuts off. I put a couple repeaters in here just to slow the process down a little bit, but let's go look down here. Basically, you hit the lever, goes down here where it gets transferred from a constant signal into a momentary burst, and then gets slung over to here where I have a reversible signal generator that fires the bottom row, middle row, and then top row to expand it out. And then when you cut power to this, it pulls the top, middle, bottom row, and then the middle row again in order to clean up. And let me hit this and you'll see what happens. There you go. And then you close it. Now, with the bottom row, you need it to retract itself fully in order to get this gravel out of the way, or else you're going to end up with a wall of gravel here, which is obviously no better than a wall of fences. But with the top row, you don't actually need to clean it up. You can just leave them floating out like this in their extended positions, because when the bottom row pushes, it's going to push all of these back up and clean this up and collect them all against each other again. So let me show you here. Oops. You see how that goes. And then when it goes down, they basically just all expand and then retract. It's just a little burst to get it through. And there you go. Now, I mean, you could expand this to any width or height you want. Width is much easier because you just need to add more columns of fence, gravel, and pistons. Height requires that you add more height up here too, because you need the same number of pistons as the blocks you're adding. So it could start to get a little unruly if you have like a 10 high portcullis. With that said, it's possible, I guess, for bigger castles or whatever to accommodate that. You could just put a little walkway or something across here. Whatever, it's doable.